misterio de la vida que habita en el hombre nuevo. Vengo buscando un ideal de un mundo sin clase que se pueda levantar. Vengo con el mundo y vengo con los pájaros, vengo con las flores y los árboles, sus cantos, vengo con el cielo y sus constelaciones, vengo con el mundo y todas sus estaciones, vengo agradecida al punto de partida, vengo con la madera, la montaña y la vida, vengo con el aire, el agua, la tierra y el fuego, vengo a mirar el mundo de nuevo. Vengo a mirar el mundo de nuevo. Vengo en busca de respuestas con el manojo lleno. Vengo buscando un ideal de un mundo sin clase que se pueda levantar. Vengo con nuestro pelo negro.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith, and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Miami Heat. Looking at Miami, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And then you look at Chris Bosh, who missed half of last season. Such an important player on both ends of the floor, and boy, the Heat really missed him.
Yeah, he's a go-to player who demands attention, and he's got a feathery touch. You know, he keeps getting better as his threes starts going down. So he's a very difficult cover for a lot of people, so they definitely.
Let's meet the visiting team, the Chicago Bulls. At power forward, Nikola Mirotic. At center, Robin Lopez. At point guard, Rajon Rondo. At the other guard position, Dwayne Wade. At the other guard position, Jimmy Butler. The head coach of the visiting team is Fred Hoiberg. At the shooting guard position, at 6'3", number 8, Tyler Johnson. At small forward, at 6'6", number 20, Justice Winslow. The other guard, at 6'3", number 7, Goran Dragic. Number 1, Chris Bosh. At center, at 7'0", number 21, Hassan Whiteside. Eric Spoelstra is your head coach. Your Miami Heat.
We're in a place they call the American Airlines Arena in downtown Miami, Florida. Right on the water, the home of the Heat, where we're broadcasting live today. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA presented by 2K Sports for this Thursday afternoon game. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for Chicago right now, Mirotic out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Dwayne Wade. Then there's Robin Lopez, and it's Rondo in at the point guard position. So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. Good ball movement here by Miami. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. Here's Bosch. A second chance effort, and Whiteside finishes it off.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Rondo against Dragic. Lopez kicks to Wade. And Whiteside sends it back. Pass to Winslow. Bosch dishes to Whiteside. And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year. And it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Rondo against Dragic. Now, here's Wade, guarded closely. Mirotic. The basket good off the assist from Wade.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Rondo against Dragic. Bosch passes to Johnson. Bosch kicks to Johnson. Clock at 6. Here's Whiteside. That's good from 17 feet away. Whiteside's got 6 points.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
The shot's good from Lopez.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
And it's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it allows you to control the team's transition.
Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What'd you find out, DB?
We talked about Chris Bosch, and he talked about the skill set and what makes him so difficult to guard. He told me he's very slippery in the post. You think you have him contained, and he'll just wiggle around his guy for a layup. We can never act as if he has nowhere to go down low. He finds space and room all the time. Guys?
And thank you for that, Doris.
Robin Lopez, last season, he missed about 6 weeks with that broken hand, but freak injuries aside, he's been pretty durable over the course of his career. Had played in all 82 games the previous 2 seasons.
And Robin Lopez signing a new contract this offseason. He had been significantly underpaid for his production over the last 2 seasons.
And Kevin, you knew he was due for a raise. 7-footers who impact the game at both ends the way he does are really valuable.
For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Mirotic, the screen, poked loose. It's stolen by Dragic. And it's the Heat on the break. And here are the Bulls now, trailing by 2. The wide open look here for Lopez. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Feeds to Bosch. Back to Dragic. It's deflected. Johnson dishes to Whiteside. The shot no good. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Outside Rondo puts it up from 17. Hits the front of the rim and out. For Miami, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Up top, Dragic, defended by Butler. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. Can't get it to go.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Butler passes to Wade. The good-looking shot from the wing.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
And Dwayne Wade, as we know, one of the best in the business at blocking shots from an off-guard position. I can think of a guard who has had as many swats as Dwayne Wade in the past couple decades. One of the best ever.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Derek Williams checked in for Whiteside. Wright comes in for Winslow. And it's Richardson in for Goran Dragic. Then for the Bulls, Taj Gibson's checked in for Lopez. And McDermott's subbed in for Mirotic. Wade drives in and stolen by Richardson off his leg. And the official saying it was kicked. So for the Bulls, Portis comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's buckets in for Dwayne Wade. Miami trailer. Greg, you're talking about Wade on the blocks. Last season, he climbed up to 6th all-time in blocks, Clark, by an NBA guard.
Amazing. Actually has the most blocks of any player who is his height or shorter in NBA history. Even with his explosiveness waning, his timing and savvy allow him to still be effective blocking shots.
That's good.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Johnson kicks to Williams. To stop the drought. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Bulls have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. And it's Rondo penetrating. And Gibson wide open. He shoots. That one wide left. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Rondo. A floater. Here's Portis. And he gets it to go. 19 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Johnson kicks to Richardson. From deep.
He got it! Just in time.
What a shot!
What a three at the horn as they end the quarter on a high note.
Couldn't agree more. That'll give them a nice little lift, I think, going into the next quarter.
And a chance to hear from former number 2 overall pick Derek Williams about his focus offensively. 2 huge improvements for him. Greg, can he do more?
Definitely. He's already taken a big leap forward, and there's plenty more room for him to grow. He could become a real beast in this league.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
They've got Winslow. Richardson is out there with Dragic. Then it's Johnson, and it's Whiteside in at the 5, patrolling the paint. That's the group on the floor for Miami. The Heat with the lead. For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Butler.
And with Thibs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming. but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team and the way they approach the game.
And here's Rondo. Heat knocking down the tray. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And when you look at how Thibs got fired, I mean, there are a lot of reasons why a coach can be let go. I mean, he didn't have any performance issues, but apparently clashed in some form or fashion with the front office. Sometimes that's all it takes to be asked to go somewhere else.
Butler goes in. Here's Gibson. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Dragic dishes to Richardson. Whiteside inside. Lopez covering. And the jam by Whiteside.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And Gia, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
And Chicago has possession, following the score by Miami. Here's Lopez, and he uses the glass on the layup. Lopez has got his third bucket of the night.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
He'd have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Dragic, the pass to Johnson. Back to Dragic. Fires from 14. Jump shot is good. And the Heat lead by 4. And for Goran Dragic, so incredibly efficient on the offensive end over the last couple of years, whether with Phoenix or Miami, he's really upped his game.
You know, Kevin, it took him a few years to kind of get comfortable in the NBA, much like the great Steve Nash had his struggles early in his career. Now the game has kind of slowed down for him. He's not forcing as much, and it has certainly paid off.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
Talking about Dragic's newfound efficiency, he's shot over 50% from the field the past 3 years. I mean, impressive. That's a really high percentage for a point guard who plays so aggressively.
Chicago making a switch here. Mirotic is checked in. Outside Dragic. And Gibson sends it back. Whiteside, and that is good. Whiteside's got the lead up to 4 now for the Heat. For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Rondo kicks to Gibson. Here's Butler. And Winslow pulls it down.
And talking about Goran Dragic, he's learned how to play under control without losing his speed. I mean, early in his career, he committed way too many turnovers. Now he's able to push the action without making so many of those mental mistakes.
Now Rondo, after Justice Winslow missing on that last 3-pointer.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
Bulls trail by 4. Now here's Rondo. They set the pick. Fades back. The shot by Wade, no good.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Into the Bulls, shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. From the arc. And it's Miami with the rebound.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he'd shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
The tray. The rebound by Johnson.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And the Miami Heat have finished in the top 2 spots or better in each of the years the big 3 were in town. Last season, that Eastern Conference.
Mirotic sets the screen for Wade. Mirotic has a wide open look. And the Bulls with another miss.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Johnson dishes to Whiteside. That's in coming off an assist from Johnson. And that's 12 points now in the game for Hassan Whiteside. Bulls trail by 6. Rondo drives in to end the drought. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Let's go.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Chris Bosh is checked in for Whiteside. Derek Williams comes in for Johnson. White, he's checked in for Winslow. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Richardson. Now here's Johnson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
That's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
Wide open look. Shot is no good. And it's Miami the other way. 24 seconds left to play in the first half. But 3. And he gets it to go. Johnson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Bulls trail by 6. Here's Wade. Puts it up from 12. Connects. The jumper drops. Wade's got his second bucket of the night.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Johnson, a wide open look. His three-pointers off the mark. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. It's the Heat up 4. And now we'll send it down to Dorothy.
Kevin, I'm here with Coach Eric.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille. A tremendous game we're seeing from Hassan Whiteside. He had 12 points. And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Hassan Whiteside really making a difference here.
Yeah, the rebounding, particularly on the offensive side, as good as it gets. He was bringing the effort down low.
And I tell you what, that allowed him to get his team several multiple shot opportunities. His work on the offensive glass has been invaluable.
Tipping off the second half, here's Fred Hoiberg's 5. Robin Lopez out there with Mirotic. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Rondo in at the point guard.
You know, we saw Chris Bosh really ramp it up with the 3-ball last season. I mean, we frequently see vets do that. LaMarcus Aldridge is a recent example. Extending your range is a great way to keep playing at a high level, especially as you enter your 30s.
And that's his style right there. That's his game. He plays it as well as anyone. And when we get to crunch time, that's when he's at his best.
Releases from 15. Here's Whiteside. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Butler on the wing. The tray. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. We're talking about Chris Bosh working on that three-point shot. Last year, he launched nearly 4 threes a game. While most of his career, Greg, he shot less than 1 a game.
Yeah, and Kevin, it's a blessing and a curse at times that he's shooting more threes. The blessing is that it makes Bosh so much more difficult to defend. The curse is that he shot his lowest percentage from the field last season since he was a rookie.
And, of course, Chris Bosh has been such a prolific scorer and rebounder in his career. He's not quite in the 2010 category for his career. But, boy, Greg, he's close.
Yeah, I mean, good athleticism, that big wingspan, and not an overly physical player, but very instinctive, particularly from that mid-range area. He can do it.
Heat answers.
Pass to Rondo. The rebound by Johnson.
On the topic of Chris Bosh, I mean, guys, he was a 24-11 player his last season with Toronto. Went on to Miami to win rings where his stats dipped a bit with LeBron there. Then last season, the scoring average right back up to 21 a game. Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Rondo against Dragic. Lopez passes to Wade. With the fadeaway. And Lopez throws it down.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the...
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Richardson, he's checked in for Goran Dragic. And the Bulls making a change also. Gibson's checked in. The Heat leading by 5.
And talking about Chris Bosh, he was really ahead of his time when he first entered the league. I mean, very few power forwards back then had his combination of size, agility, and skill set. Now we're seeing a ton of 4s like that on draft night.
Right side, good.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Rondo against Johnson. Wade. Miami grabs the miss.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him. But he has not been an asset for his team.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Lopez kicks to Butler. Lopez a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Wade with no one around. Another 3 for Chicago.
They didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first, but the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
Outside Bosh. Back to Johnson. Dishes it to Winslow. Bosh, no one around him, and there's another one for the Heat.
A very hot shooting second half has seen them bring that field goal percentage way up.
Yeah, and they're cruising right now, looking to add to the lead.
A lot's been made of the Heat fans in the past for walking out during the finals game where they looked to be out of it. But credit, the Miami Heat fans, Greg, with last year sticking with this team.
Yeah, and in all fairness, I would have walked out as well because I thought it was over. But with LeBron out of town, a lot of Heat fans could have jumped off the bandwagon. But you know what? They stayed with it. So although the weather is fair, the fans are nice.
Oh, well said.
Thank you.
The Heat leading by 4. Johnson outside. Now the feed to Winslow. Shoots from the baseline. No good from 18. Bulls have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got...
And you talk about momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just can't quantify.
You know what? I'm going to quantify it right now, Clark. And this is a close game, and that was something special.
And really,
good try.
In a game, you guys, in a game like this, though, when you have a chance to send a message, you do. And boy, did he ever on that play.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Wade drives in. Another miss by Wade.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
That bucket in no time at all. Richardson's got 10 points.
Great pass by Bosh there.
They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Lopez outside. Looking for Wade. He gets it there. Back to Lopez. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. He's got 14.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
It's Bosh with the drive. The shot will not go. Great D that time from Gibson.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Here's Lopez. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Johnson. No good on the buzzer beater. And we've reached the end of the third. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first three, we should be in for a treat. Chicago trailing here. Dragic is out there with Richardson. Then there's Chris Bosh. Then it's Terrell Wright. And it's Williams at the power forward. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive. And it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Richardson kicks to Wright. Down low. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on, yet he's made it and made it big.
Both shots good from the stripe. And going back to Jimmy Butler, there were just so many times when he was set up to fail. He was not heavily recruited out of high school. He was even homeless when he was in high school in the Houston area. Went to a junior college, then Marquette, now in the NBA. So he played his freshman year at a junior college, which I think humbled him just a bit, but maybe gave him that work ethic that is so much, Greg, a part of his game now.
And Kevin, the talent was there. And most of all, as we see how he dealt with adversity, the heart was there. He blocked out the distractions, finally transferred to a major college, and worked his way into becoming a first-round pick. Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for him.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Timeout.
They can't guard us on the perimeter.
Great for Hoiberg. It's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark, he came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
Here's Dragic. That one a little long.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it, are you kidding me? Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists. And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
Greg, as you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Clark kind of molded him in his image.
Yeah, and it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to them.
Right for 3. Chicago grabs the miss. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. The Heat trail by 5. Williams from outside. That's good.
Derek Williams for 3.
Bulls have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. And finished off by Mirotić.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
There's Dragic with the 3, and the Heat another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Dragic dishes the box. The kick out to Dragic. Here's Johnson, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 5 assists in the game. Wide open, and right through it goes. And the Bulls lead by 1. Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
Yeah, and nobody giving up any ground either way, fella.
Then don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break from 12 feet out. Chris Bosh with the rebound. Bosh has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Johnson outside. And again, Miami with the triple.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're down by 2. There's 1:40 left to play here in the fourth. A different look for Miami. Whiteside comes in for Williams. And Winslow sub in for Terrell Wright. Chicago also making some changes. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. Wade comes in for McDermott. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Buckets. Rondo kicks to Wade. Outside for Rondo. Butler attacking. Johnson with the block. Now here's Winslow, defended by Butler. Winslow kicks to Dragic. Clock at 6. The Heat need to get a shot off. And that one's good. Now it's a 4-point Heat lead.
I love that plan. Set up the opportunity for the mismatch.
Yeah, knowing they have to get a bucket here and exploiting the height advantage where they can find it, well, that's a no-brainer to me.
Rondo on top. Butler goes in. Here's Lopez. Nails it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to them.
And here's Dragic. There's 42 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Johnson outside. Shot clock at 5. 11 feet away. And the shot no good. A bit short.
Now you need every basket you can get.
Greg, I think they're still alive here, but they better execute every trip down the floor from here on out.
And it's Butler missing. And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so, too.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Wade against Johnson. Wade passes to Lopez. Count it! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
And the Heat call time here. Time expires, and we're going to overtime. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in... Well, if you're just joining us, the intensity has really heated up in this one. As we watch this one go now to overtime. And so the tip-off, it's Miami. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for Chicago right now, Jimmy Butler is out there with Taj Gibson. That's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Wade in at the 2. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He told his guys, when we've got the ball, let's take it right into the teeth of the defense. Attacking the basket is going to be their MO. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. Those are changes that coach must feel very strongly about if he's willing to make them now, here in overtime, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. Bosch can't get it to go.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch. And the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Rondo kicks to Butler. Butler missing again.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Wasted no time on that one. 14 points for Johnson.
And the deeper we get into this game, it seems like the more the offenses are in rhythm.
Without question, I mean, both of these teams are firing on full broadband bandwidth. I mean, full throttle ahead.
Wade dishes to Lopez. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Lopez has got 20.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
The dish to Winslow. The 9-foot shot. And another basket for Miami.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Bulls trail by 5. Rondo kicks to Wade. Dragic against Rondo. The kick outside to Butler. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Butler's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
And there's the pass to Winslow. Back to Dragic. The 3 from Bosch. They get the rebound. Yes!
2 points for Hassan Whiteside.
The Bulls have gone 3 for 5 for their shot since we got started here in overtime. Rondo passes to Wade. It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
No doubt about it. Wade has found the touch right now.
Johnson attacking. He kicks it to Dragic. Heat moving the ball around. Winslow wide open. He fires. No good from outside.
Overtime has become do or die time. An empty possession here, and I think they're finished.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Rondo against Dragic. Bosh, high post. Oh, he jams it right over Robin Lopez. Wow.
This is exactly what happens when you allow Chris Bosh to get going.
Chicago calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. There's 14 seconds.
All right, fellas, let's see if we can take it. A couple stops, a couple buckets, and get the W.
What's your choice in a situation like this, Mark?
Well, I don't think you set that decision in stone and anchor it in this timeout. You see how things play out. You're going to try to get a good, quick shot. And if it's a good three with a good shooter, let it fly. If it's something in the paint, then you take that. But it's about being a good, quick shot in this situation.
Chicago with the ball. Rondo with the ball. Pass to Wade. It's good. This game is all even. Now a timeout called by Miami. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Oh, no, you hate to see that. Those are just the kind of errors that can cost you in a game like this.
Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. Another tie, and we're going to have a second overtime. Back after this. Welcome back to overtime basketball in what has been a tremendous battle so far. We're going to keep this one going. It'll be a jump ball. And Miami has possession. Now Dragic. Takes the 13-footer, and it's off the back rim. No good. Well, the Bulls shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Poke loose, and it's the Heat on the break. Here's Whiteside. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
You might not have expected him to go for the steal there, but boy, oh boy, did it ever work out for him.
Yeah, and I love that. I mean, at this stage of a tight game, all too often teams play not to lose, and they wouldn't be in the lead right now if he hadn't taken the chance there.
And you've got to wonder just how big those points are going to be. A swing like that can decide a game.
And I wouldn't be surprised if it does. The steal there, as gutsy a play defensively as you're going to see.
2 minutes. Here's Dragic from outside. Rebound by Butler. Bulls trail by 4. He feeds it to Wade. Lopez dishes to Wade.
Well, Dwayne Wade in this one, 13 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
No doubt about it. He's the conductor, the band leader, Clark, and this offense has really performed at a high level.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And he does get the second one. And that narrows the lead down to just 3.
By missing one of those, that leaves them needing a 3 to tie it up. Not the ideal situation.
Now here's Dragic. Fades. And it's Whiteside. That time on the assist by Johnson. And it's now 26 points now in the game for Hassan Whiteside. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're losing by 5. 1:37 left in the second overtime period, and here we are. Rondo kicks to Lopez. Offensive rebound. Yes! And the foul. They get Hassan Whiteside.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there. Those and ones can be really critical moments in a tight game like this one.
Here's Dragic. It's tipped. Here's Whiteside. Second shot opportunity. Chicago grabs the miss. Mirotic just got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Kicks it to Wade. And now Bosch running the floor all by himself. He dishes it to Whiteside. Pass to Winslow. Trying his luck deep, but they recover it. The Bulls shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Feeds it to Wade. Lets it go from 11. The shot is off. Now the Heat take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Johnson against Butler. Right side a screen. The 3 from Johnson. Rondo with the rebound.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And he commits the intentional foul.
First team foul.
Dragic with a wide open look. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
Yeah, 2-possession game now. I mean, those were really important foul shots.
Can't get the ball.
Timeout. 20 seconds left in the second overtime period. Good stuff. Guys, what do you think?
You know, and not only do you want to draw up a score here, but it's got to be a quick one.
Yeah, it has to be quick. They've got to convert, and then there has to be an immediate foul.
The shot by Rondo is no good. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. Fires for 3. The shot is off. Dragic. And so it's Miami winning this one. Clark, a double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
Yeah, exactly, but I tell you what, they showed me the heart of a champion here in this one.
And now...
Yes, guys.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Hassan Whiteside. He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here.
When you talk about Whiteside, you talk...
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.